everyone, it's Mama D here with your daily dose of encouragement. Today's dose comes from 2 Corinthians 12, verses 6 and 7. It says, "If I wanted to boast, I would be no fool in doing so, because I would be telling the truth. But I won't do it because I don't want anyone to give me credit beyond what they can see in my life or hear in my message, even though I've received such wonderful revelations from God. So to keep me from becoming proud, I was given a thorn in my flesh, a messenger from Satan to torment me and keep me from becoming proud." This passage reminds me of a time in my professional career about 20 years ago that God so clearly demonstrated that He can and will use anything, and that learning a lesson doesn't have to be painful. It can actually be quite funny. I had received a promotion that was a major milestone and achievement for me professionally. I was promoted to director level, and I was excited because I had worked hard to get there. But I was also adamant that I didn't want to become prideful over it or to let the position go to my head. I prayed and asked God to keep me humble and not let my focus on Him waver. Boy, oh boy, did He answer, and in a way that showed His sense of humor. On my first day in the new position, I received a call from the local university that my predecessor had been on the board of directors for a project that the university students had going on, and they asked me if I would step into that position. There was a board meeting 2 hours later, so I didn't really have time to get the details, but I told them sure, I'd be there. I again prayed that God would keep me humble. Well, I got to the meeting and they gave me a summary of the project that I was on the board for. It was a project investigating techniques of vermicomposting. They had these bins of compost components and added a special type of worm to the bins to speed up the composting process. It was all I could do not to burst out laughing at how thoroughly and awesomely God had answered my prayer. To this day, when pride starts creeping in, I think about vermicomposting and remember who I am and who I am in Him. God's ways and thoughts are so much higher than mine. I'm so thankful for the worms He used to answer my prayer. I learned that being humbled by God doesn't always have to be painful. It depended on me being open to His humorous lesson. I'm sure it could have been a much different lesson had I not been leaning on Him and wanting to honor Him. So next time you feel pride creeping in, think vermicomposting and worms. You could be on the board with me. And remember, there's enough ugly in the world. Choose Jesus.